Hello and welcome to a new video. In this video, we are going to discuss loops. We'll start by this example. You have a while loop, and the differences between Python and C in while loops are small. So the first thing you notice is we have parentheses for the condition, just like an if statement. So in Python, you will write while, then the condition immediately. In C, you need to write while, parentheses, condition. Also, we use curly brackets to indicate that these two statements belong to the body of the loop. Now, what we have here is a equal 5, as long as a is above 0, print a and subtract 1. So what do you think the output will be? Here we will simply print 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, just like what you expect. So you'll start from 5, the condition is true, print 5, then subtract 1. So now a is 4, then check the condition again. 4 is greater than 0, so enter the body again, and so on. You can stop the video and go over the execution, just like what you will do in Python. So let's see the next example. We have here a is 0, and while a is above 0, print a. You notice that the condition is false from the start because a equals 0, 0 is not greater than 0. So when I run this, I get no output. Okay, just keep this example in mind, and let's see the next one. Now, here we have a different kind of loop. However, you still notice the condition is false. But when you run this, we have an output. So what is the difference between the example above here, where we have no output, and the example here where we have a equal 0? What is the difference? The loop in the above example is what we call a while loop. This is what we already know from Python. The loop below here is what we call do while. Now, let's go over the order of steps that you will perform in each type of loop. Now, in the first example, what you will do is you will check the condition. If it is true, then enter the loop, right? However, in the second example, what we have is we enter the loop first, or we execute the loop, or we do the body of the loop, then we check the condition. So what we have in the first example is a equals 0. We check the condition is false, so we stop. In the second example, we have a equals 0. I will start by executing the body of the loop. So what will I do is print a equals 0, just like we have in the output. Then subtract 1 from a. Then after entering the loop, after finishing the loop body, I will check the condition. Now I immediately notice the condition is false, so I will stop. Again, one more time. In the first example, check the condition first, then execute the loop if the condition is true. In the second example, enter the loop first, then check the condition. If the condition is true, I will repeat the loop. If the condition is false, I will stop. Okay, so the order of execution is the following. You check the condition. If it's true, enter or execute, let's say. then check the condition again. If it is true, execute again, right? Now, assume we will check the condition the third time, it's false, then I will stop. In the while loop, in the do while loop, what I will do is the following. I will execute first, then check the condition. If it's true, I will execute again, then check the condition. Now, if it's false, I will stop. Now, notice the difference between these two kind of loops. Here, the condition comes first. Here, the execution comes first. This is why we call the second loop do while. You will do the body or execute the body, then we will check the condition. Now, one common use case of a do while loop is the following. So here we have an example of reading multiple data from the user. So this example basically is asking for an integer. It will store it inside this variable user input. Then as long as the integer is not even, I will repeat the code. Basically ask for a new value and check the condition again. So if I run the program, it asks me for integer, I enter 3. It will ask me for another one, 5. Now if I enter an even number, it will stop the program. Now you can do this program with a do while loop. So notice the difference here. In this example, you have two scanfs, right? When you use a while loop, you will have two scanf. With a do while, you have just one scanf. So you can see that the do while loop is more natural way of reading multiple data from the user, and it will lead to the same output. So when you run this, you write 3, ask again 5, ask again 4, it will stop. Now, why do I need just one scanf with a do while loop? Okay, if we try to use one scanf, so let's get rid of these. If I try to use one scanf inside a while loop, what is the problem? What do you think? The problem is when I start the first iteration, when I check the condition, user input has no value, right? So when you check the condition, user input is or has no value, basically. It's not initialized. However, with a do while loop, remember that I will execute the body first. So I will execute the scanf, which will give user input some value from the user. And since, or when I reach the condition, I will already be able to compare user input or to check the value of user input. One more time. So because we execute first in a do while loop, in this case, user input will have a value, and therefore we can safely check the condition. I will have no error. Okay, so that's it for the while loop and do while loop, and I will see you in the next video.